Yep, that's right. Endgame was watched 2 days ago on a Saturday, and let me tell you, I'm surprised. Coming into this movie, people say Infinity War, Endgame. It's on different levels, right? People say Infinity War is like 100 times better than Endgame. Maybe they don't say 100 times better, but they definitely say that Infinity War is the ultimate peak of the Marvel movies, and Endgame is a bit below that. Now, going to the movie, going to watch Endgame, that's what I was expecting. But turns out, after the full 3 hours of watching it, I might have a hot take for you guys here. I think they're on the same level. Now, let me explain some points why I think it's on the same level. Plus, I want to talk about potentially it might be even better than Infinity War. Okay, it's a hot take. It's a hot take. I know, but hear me out. Hear me out. I know 100% some people will agree with me that Endgame is on the same level or even better than Infinity War. Look, Infinity War has everything going for it. This story is insane. But as I was saying, as I got interrupted on the doorbell here, Infinity War has everything going for it. I mean, the most strong part of an Infinity War to me is the action, okay? Is the fighting, the war theme that it has going on in it. Endgame could not compete with the action with the scenes. Okay, they try to do it a similar way, but the actions, the scenes, the visuals in Infinity War, like when they were in Wakanda, and the blue shield starting to fall, and everybody's everybody's trying to fight. But that got me hyped as hell. I didn't get that same feeling with Endgame, but what I did get out of Endgame was its story. Was the way it was so well put together, the way these twists come together, like using time to manipulate everything and going back in time, creating a time machine so Thanos doesn't get the stone, but he still does. Ken is able to get the stone because he realizes he's Thanos. He has his daughter, like talk to him about it, and he plays the vision of what she sees, and he notices that they time traveled in order to stop him, and you know, it goes back to Thanos' quote, which is, I am inevitable. That's the most badass shit of all time. Okay. There's literally like zero stuff I didn't enjoy about Endgame. One thing that I will say is how the hell did Tony Stark create a time traveling machine in a couple of days? So what happens in Endgame, right? It's like they find out their only plan is they have to go back in time and retrieve the stones. Tony Stark initially, because out of Infinity War, he almost died, right? And so he's chilling at home with his family. Captain America, I think, goes up to him, and the Hulk, they go up to him and they tell him about this plan. He's like, "No, I'm staying here." And then obviously it's Iron Man. He's part of Marvel. He's gonna find a way. Okay. Now, initially, he told them he was not gonna do it. He goes down to his basement. A couple days pass, and we already see he has built a time machine. That just made me like, but then again, he is Tony Stark. Like he's Iron Man. He built Iron Man suit. So I'm like, it surprised me, but when you think about it, it's Tony Stark, dude. Of course he can build a time machine. So yeah. Looking at my notes here, I think both movies they have an excellent framework to closing the movies. Okay, after the big climax, okay, that's almost near the end. After we see the resolution, there is like these next 20, 30 minutes of wrapping up, concluding the story, okay? It's not just the peak where like the war ends or the fighting ends and the movie stops. They mellow it out. And I really enjoyed it how both movies did that, and they did it exceptionally well because a lot of movies they either end at the peak of the climax or they try to do that end conclusion and fail miserably and everything is boring. In this movie, you're so invested into the story that it's very intriguing and it grabs you, even though it's the conclusion and it provides such a good ending. That's about it. All I want to talk about, really. I mean, honestly, Endgame, they're on equal levels. They're on equal levels. I really think Endgame was better emotionally. I think Infinity War was better. How do I say this? Infinity War was better adrenaline pumping, if that makes sense. Whatever. So yeah, don't want this video to be too long, like just me talking about the movie. So yeah, if you guys want me to watch other Marvel movies next, let me know. This is my first time watching both of these. Eventually, I might do a timeline full time and just review them, but I want to watch the best movies first. So let me know what you think the best one to watch next is, and I'll let you guys know how it is. Peace.